My only one word is trying is not a crime. That is my quote in Cloud and Loud. So the more we try, even though we get a pain, we get some good. Basically, I am not a degree holder. I am a diploma guy. I started as a computer cleaner. Slowly, I started research on any technology. The first thing is I learned everything from hands-on, not through exam point of view, not through entry point of view. So the more I started fail, the more I got to know my strength in my own lab. So this is exactly I am also sharing to all my followers last 2 to 3 decades. So slowly I got interested in research. So I am started modifying the existing component or existing software or existing automation called re-engineering. So past 13 years, I am quietly into re-engineering space. Past 10 years, I'm delivering all this solutioning as a solution architect, but I'm not a solution architect. I'm a re-engineering architect. So I will take the existing component, I will completely modify with the custom made solutions and deliver it with hands-on. So through this I got very much interested in this space, and recently last 2 year back I migrated to Europe, and luckily I got into Europe Commission. Now I'm leading a huge team with data and AI. Now we are participating robust digitalization across Europe. I'm leading those teams. There is a one of the project recently we have re-engineered using NIME for fraud detection. Basically, the digitalization made us everything as digital payments, right? So the more we go for digitalization, the more digital frauds also increased quite a lot. So recently we started one of the re-engineering POC. Of course, it's successful. Recently went to live also. The NIME is a very good product. So NIME allows user to visually create data flows and selectively execute some of the all analysis steps and later inspect the results in order to avoid more granular frauds. And you can create models, predefined models according to each of our secure governance. And this way we have created a tailor model where any client can fit their environment. They don't need to have huge investment, and they can adapt this model and train their data to fetch more frauds in their deliverable. Nine is a product. It's basically serve in the data analytics space. Basically, we can have a couple of problems to solve through NIME using this fraud detection custom based. Fraud detection techniques mostly stem from anomaly detection branch of data science. So we have enormous of data, but to analyze the data to come out with the required results, it's quite maybe 1,000 years. So which these products can helping us these days. So if the data set has a sufficient number of fraud examples, right? So every time if we create one sample, then the same sample can have all the data. So only thing is the new model we have to keep feed it to the system. So supervised machine learning algorithms to classify like a random forest. It's a technical terminologies. So logistic regression. So you can regress continuous models to find out all the frauds, which we cannot do it through manual way. And even the data set has any fraud examples, you can define what kind of a predicted fraud. So the NIME will make sure those algorithms can be simulated in a multiple set of data, either outlier detection approach or isolation forest technique. And the one more area also we can solve is this model has been trained. Say, for example, if new customer have different section data governance, right? So this model they can adapt. They can slowly start learn their governance and adapt into this model, which is very easy. They no need to have huge expertise employees in their firm. So this is how we have created to adapt this model. They don't have any super duper expertise in their team. All they need to do is they need to have a basic excel, basic data understanding, which is more than enough to continue with this massive product. That is what, once we started feeding the models, it's an ongoing activity. So once in a while we need to the NIME model which we developed, it will keep alert any model which is not able to feed from the given data. So the normally the fraud detection so challenging is that when we model it the real world, the majority of transaction that occurs are genuine transaction, but very few small portion of the account or fraudulent behavior. This means we are dealing with the problem imbalance data. So this model keep observe, keep analyze those data, and it will apply the created model. So it detecting the fraudulent and non-fraudulent. Basically, we need to segregate and between the transaction given various user transaction we already given in this model. So but whoever is adapting this model, they also have the responsibility to keep, because each and every section deliverable each client will be vary, but we have given almost 1000 plus model already predefined, plus whatever they are coming through the deduction, the new model, they have to analyze and approve it. That's it in this NIME population. So we recently executed this adoption in a couple of major financial firms here, and those we started seeing very good results and feedback. Of course, there is a couple of challenges because each and every section client, the governance is somewhat different than the existing client. So we hope in another 1 year this will be more matured, because this is having so far till today around 1600 predefined models, but we are keep on adding it, our team. So this anomaly detection is a ongoing process. So in data mining especially, which we can identify the data points, events, and observation. This is a real ongoing activity, but at some point, once we fulfilled with all our deductions, feed into the back to the model, then it is a straightforward evaluation for all our implementation. The fraud detection, this solution becomes possible due to ability of tailored ML algorithms. So we have created a specific functionality with a more detailed algorithms with a lot of dependency we have created as part of the workflow to learn from historical fraud patterns already we have feed it in, and recognize them the given data feed in future transaction. So this way, this tailored model, machine language based event detection, will help most of the clients in the digitalization. This tailored ML algorithms are able to find sophisticated fraud traits that a human simply cannot detect. Works faster also. So if you talk about the implementation phases, then first detecting fraud is a very common and challenging problem in the real world, and increasing accuracy, that is a very important to prevent the embarrassment of customer cards being declined when making a genuine transaction at a store. So we have built a very simple approach using a label encoding for categorical variables, filling all missing values with zero, and a random forest without any tuning or methods to handle the imbalance in data. But our model still scores pretty highly. To improve the model, we may want to first look at the important future. This is what I talked about. Whenever we deploy or any client deploys, this is the area where they need to keep analyze along with their data team. A random forest model, so to drop less important features, because one client may need some features as part of their fraudulent activity detection. In client 2, they may have different set of models, so but we have almost all common model tailored already available. So using this tailored approach, if anyone have the past historical data, then first try to train their own model right away. They need to have any such efforts. I have a data. I'm a new client. I can use this model, feed the data right away. They will get the results. Maybe 99 percentage, 1% they need to keep improve their SecGen governance data. About Nime is a very huge futures product, but this one which we developed uh, specifically for those who use digital payments in their business have become, the digitalization made digital payments have become commonplace. So the digital frauds also can be scrutinized in a bigger way. For those business can very well use this nine based whatever the tailored approach we created. The fraud management has been painful for the banking, especially on the e-commerce industry. The fraudsters have become adept at finding loopholes or fishing for the name people, extracting money from them in creative ways. uh, I would say it's a very creative ways. So those business or those clients can very well use on a day one without any much their team expertise, because already everything is there. So as a result, companies have started to efficiently manage the vulnerabilities during around this digital fraud, and close the loopholes from day one within their payment systems through fraud detection via machine learning algorithms, which we created with using Name. Name is a product. So using Name, how you customize it will give you a result around data. I got affected in cancer, of course, stage 3 during 2010, and gone through with many society and personal side effects. And during this treatment, there was 20 children died just because they are poor. So I started this Cloud and Loud myself in Jan 2011. I started helping the tech community
Okay.
and cancer children's via my trainings, fundraising, and revenue sharing to the hospitals. Uh, Officially, this Cloud and Loud registered as a private limited on January 2015. Till now, Cloud and Loud saved almost 6,000 plus cancer children from their worst death. Or when they came to know my cancer issues, they were not able to. They some of the companies even they rejected my offer, saying that we cannot allow you inside. So I faced a lot of society-based issues, even though I showed all my technical expertise. But somehow I got into IBM, where I got more recognized along with my treatment. So all my managers in IBM also supported. Of course, my team also supported me to deliver all my day-to-day work as well as to continue my treatment. So that is where I started taking a lot of town hall meeting to educate people how to learn any technology. So I started recommending to build any lab, because people are rushing up with more fear on any technology. So the IT is going to be more technology always, but the way we will implement the lab on our own and fail multiple times in each version, that will make us more stronger in even after 10 version changes. So this is exactly I'm following. Still, I'm following my own lab. I have quite a very bigger lab now. So I'm also inviting more people who not afford to have more money on those labs. So I'm inviting as freelancers to have more use cases, to generate more use cases. Recently, last 1 year back, I also started communicating via the Cloud and Loud Cancer NGO YouTube channel, where people has to know only one thing. They have everything. Only thing is they have to follow exact how to learn. That's it. So from their laptop itself, they can learn many ways. Many people they are thinking that only learning way they can grow. No, but when we share to the community will ask hundreds of questions. If we find each answer of those questions, that is more than enough to survive even another 20 to 25 years. That is where people are really getting missed out. Initially, when I started, I'm the only person. Still, I'm the only person doing this. So I used to go most of the colleges or most of the villages to give weekend classes. So through that, I started creating awareness. But day by day, many financial support, I was forced to take it. So what I started is I used to start trainings. Basically, I used to collect fees from students after my trainings. So I have a lot of tie-up with the hospitals in Chennai, Kosh Hospital, and in almost India, I have tie-up with 60 hospitals. So whenever I get any information, first I have some good people in Chennai, so they will first scrutinize. There are a lot of scam also is coming. So once they confirm it's a genuine case, so we will release directly to the hospital the fund. So the person who is coming from poor background, say they have a cancer, so they no need to pay any single money. So the hospital will come to us, and we are supporting in the back end. So my dream is to not to give any death of children, just they don't have money. So later I thought, no, I cannot run this alone. So I invited many people. So now what I'm doing is I am almost supporting 34 product companies as a bug fixing partner. I'm the only person. So through this, I'm generating a huge revenue, which I am redirecting to the Cloud and Loud Cancer NGO, where people are directly getting benefited. So still, I have a lot of plan in coming years. So let's hope everything goes good. Implemented recently one of the things, but it's not at live. Yesterday, I launched my website with complete LMS. So now we are also launching one more a small application workflow, which people can directly come and submit their application, like whoever is suffering in cancer. So that application will be monitored, scrutinized automatically with my NGO team. So from there, once the application is approved, the necessary hospital directly will receive the fund. So that workflow almost ready. It's about to go live.